Hello, everyone. Okay, so this is Ziki, and we are back with another live discussion. And today we are doing it differently because last night we did it via Facebook, but because Facebook has announced that they're going to be deleting all the videos that are going to be done via live streaming, so we decided to go through YouTube so that we can have a record of our live stream. So we're going to be mixing Shanglish. So right now we know that very soon we're going to be seeing Barcelona playing against Dortmund and also PSG taking on Aston Villa in the UEFA Champions League quarter-finals. And just like yesterday, I am joined by Walter Mandiziva. He's going to be helping us to understand one or two things about what is going to be happening tonight. So Walter, kuri say, Maswera say.
Maswera Rounders.
Hey, what a square as well. We are back again. We have a big game that is going to be coming up today, Barcelona versus Dortmund. But I think real quick before we go into any details about this, just give us the predictions. Which team do you think is going to win, Barcelona or Dortmund?
Barcelona.
And then the other game, PSG Aston Villa.
PSG.
Okay, so from what you have said, we are going to hold on to that. But right now, let's talk about what happened yesterday. I know that yesterday when we came out live, everybody was talking like, okay, Real Madrid are going to win this and that. But the results that we saw, Arsenal winning 3-0 against Real Madrid. What happened in Nezuro? What happened really?
I think no one can describe what happened, but what we can say is rice happened. I think
Hey,
that's the truth, the reality. Rice happened yesterday.
hmm,
Because
I
I
still
think
can't believe it.
for me, I think when I started watching the game, I saw it coming.
Uh,
Because I'm with my brother and him is a staunch Arsenal fan. So him he was kept was saying,
oh,
we'll lose. But I told him, no, the way you are playing, I see you winning. Because Madrid was not attacking. They were just waiting on Arsenal to attack them. And they
hey.
couldn't hit Arsenal on counter. And Arsenal also, they tried to attack through uh, Alaba, though because he was a bit weak yesterday. But now the thing is,
Mm,
Saka's were not being met with anyone. So if you check the
hey.
first goal, Saka was looking for that foul. That very first
Mm,
goal, he looked for that foul and he got it. And the thing that they did was just, and I think that's classical from Rice. I think we last saw
wow.
it the way that kind of goal. I think we last saw it when Roberto Carlos was playing. I think that was
But
during that World Cup.
wow, guest, you are welcome. But are we saying that did we underestimate Arsenal yesterday when we were talking about people saying, okay, Real Madrid are going to win 3-2, 3-1? Did we underestimate Arsenal or just Arsenal were prepared for this particular match? Let me hear from guest.
Oh, yo, guys. How are you?
How are
Yay.
you?
I'm good. First of all, you must congratulate me for just pinpoint on that. I'm the
We
only
are,
one who said Arsenal win, Inter Milan win. You still remember?
yeah, we
Yes.
are tired of you.
I'm happy. I'm happy you all admitted that. How are you guys? Yeah, it's been a
No, we
busy
are
day.
good.
I was actually waiting for this. So I'm happy. I was actually checking on your page, seeing is the discussion started
Mm.
yet, but I think we're here now. Oh, actually,
Now,
last night was splendid. Now, it was a splendid performance from Arsenal. To be honest, Arsenal
mm,
they did an amazing job. I was expecting them to win, but I never expected them to play the way they played last night. If I'm being
mhm,
honest,
mhm.
that was sublime. Those goals from Rice, that was out of this world. My
Wow.
question when I saw him score that free kick, I was like, where was he all alone? You never seen Rice
Exactly.
scoring a free kick. I've never seen
My
him that
question
before.
exactly. My question exactly. How come Arsenal were able to play against Real Madrid and score 3 goals to nil?
Without
Why
even
are they where
without a
they are right
striker,
now?
without a striker, They don't have a striker Arsenal. They don't have a squad, but I think kudos to Saka. Saka was brilliant. He was one of the top performers. Thomas Partey at the mid of the park. I think he was
Mm.
buzzing. He was buzzing the midfield of Real Madrid. To be honest,
Ah, but but
he
guys,
reduced he,
For
he,
Real
he
Madrid
reduced
to fail.
he reduced the Bellingham to something else.
No, 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 guys. Let's be real. For them to stop Real Madrid from scoring even a single goal. I mean, let's talk about Real Madrid itself. What happened to them? What did they do wrong?
I think actually overall they're having a bad season. If I just want to summarize
Mm,
it, or of course they're a big team, they're winning matches, but yeah, from point of Real Madrid, the Real Madrid we know, after signing Mbappe, we're expecting them to be even better than last season. But to be honest, the way they are performing is something is not clicking. I think they missed a point of they should have signed a striker. I think they're lacking a prolific striker because
okay.
Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo, they play the same position. So I don't think it's
Mm,
working having them playing Mbappe as a striker. Sometimes Vinicius false nine. I think it's not working, to be honest.
okay. Now in
But
the upcoming
if I
game,
can just ask, if you are saying Madrid has to sign a striker, then who is they are supposed to release who?
who
Because they can't
exactly?
bring in a
It's
striker
easier.
and
I think personally, I think it's easier. They have to let Rodrigo go.
Ah,
Simple as that.
and
I
bring
don't see
who?
Madrid doing that. I don't
Which
think they will
striker?
do that.
Which striker is out there can
I,
come in Real
my, my,
Madrid right
my,
now?
my, 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 I think they should have signed the Hurricane when he was desperate to leave space. That was the perfect striker they should have signed.
But Madrid,
Mhm.
they are not big money spenders. You know that they only
No,
did it with Bellingham.
so it's only this time around where Madrid becomes become adopt their style of signing free agent. Real Madrid you always used to be the team who spend lots of money.
And
If you know the risk of Real Madrid, it's only
and,
this time around where they've started this policy of signing free agent. But Gareth Bale was from Suez, one of the world most record signing. Cristiano Ronaldo, Kaká, we know Figo, Raúl, Zidane, all of them. Real Madrid are the big
Okay,
spenders.
okay, gentlemen. Before we continue with, I want to hear from you, guys. What was your prediction for today's game? Barcelona, Dortmund, PSG, Aston Villa. Please let us know your prediction.
To be honest, I'll try to be a little bit biased because I'm a Barcelona fan. As you know, I said yesterday, I'm a die-hard Barcelona fan.
Mm,
I wouldn't say my team is going to lose, but to be honest, I'm scared of this game. To be honest,
mm. So
it's one of the
you mean
toughest
to tell me
days.
that you were not scared of Real Madrid playing Arsenal, but you're scared of Barcelona playing Dortmund.
Yes, because my team, I know Barcelona, they're playing good football, but to be honest, my honest analysis on Barcelona, they're not good at
Yeah.
defensive. They're not good at defense, Barcelona. So
Mm.
if you see every time we fail to score, we end up being punished. Our defenders are not good, to be honest. The highline football we are playing is not up to most of the teams are now they have got a way of exposing us. So I think, to be fair enough, I might say 3-1, 3-2 Barcelona, but it's not
Re-
something that I'm even convinced.
Remember, remember they when they played these two teams when they met even in the UEFA Champions League, the first one that the time they met, Barcelona won 3-2. So I can
Yes,
understand what you're talking about
yes,
in that regard. But maybe today is a little bit different. But if you want to look at Barcelona's formation, it's on when we want to look at the midfield, because I think the midfield is very very important because this is where you either lose or you gain all the balls. So looking
yes,
at Barcelona midfield, we understand that they've also been having a little bit of some problems in that area. Is that
yeah.
going to be something that might affect them playing against Dortmund? Let me hear from Walter.
I think firstly, I just want to highlight some things to my brother there. In the
Mm,
Champions League, I think Barcelona they are strong this season. I think they have
okay.
conceded, if I'm not mistaken, about 14 goals. Only their defense, and I think they won 8 out of their 10 matches. I think their loss was to Monaco that time when they were given a red card, and I think that was the first game. So
Mm,
Yeah.
as we have highlighted, I think their mid now. I think. De Jong is coming to the party. And I
Mm.
think if you check Barcelona performances past previous games, De Jong has been exceptional. And I think he's going to be the difference tonight.
Okay.
Because looking also at Dortmund, they are very fragile. So many injuries. Sabitzer is out. So I think De Jong
Uh-huh.
is going to boss the midfield and also the home advantage. That's why I'm saying I
Mm.
think I don't see Kovac beating Flick at home because he suffered a loss even in Germany. 3-2, though it was an electrical match, and because Dortmund had to come back twice, but lost 3-2. But I think I'm giving, as I said earlier, I'm giving Barcelona this one also because of home advantage. It will favor them.
Mhm. Now, when you want also to look at Dortmund's current form, you understand that they've been very inconsistent, especially in the Bundesliga, how they've been performing. It's not a team like you can really rely on. But again, looking at where they are in the UEFA Champions League, it's more like what you guys are saying. Like in the UEFA Champions League, they're performing differently. In the league, they're performing differently.
Yeah, I think I think they are having one of their worst seasons when it comes to league, because I think they are eighth now, and they've got only 41 points. But we can say coming into this game, they've got a boost because they won 4-1 at the weekend against
Yes.
Friday. So I think, but as I highlighted, the worry that I'm having now with Dortmund is injuries. Because I think Nick,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if he's going to play, but he's a doubt. He's a big doubt. Because if you watch, me normally these games I watch highlights. I don't want to lie because
Yes,
I'll
yes.
but I watched the highlights and you could see Nico, he limped. And there are rumors that maybe he can be out for 10 weeks. So I don't think uh, he will be there. Also, even Ben Sebastian is out also. I think I don't see him playing in tonight. As I've mentioned, also Sabita is out.
Yeah.
Uh, I think Gross is also out, but Gross is issue of suspension. So I don't know. I'll see. I think he's going. Probably he might make a makeshift change. Maybe bring Vincent Sevenson on defense if he wants to play maybe back three, so that
Mhm.
Anthony Sevenson probably and
So,
Kane can
but
be.
also I want us guys to look at the issue of like you're talking about the presence of some players and other players being absent from the team. Now let's look side by side. First of all, let's look at Barcelona defense versus Dortmund defense. This time around, I think guest can come in there.
Uh, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with Dortmund.
Eh,
I haven't been following them. So actually, I was listening to Walter, and he mentioned something that I wasn't even aware of. That Dortmund have got so many players out injured. So
yes.
it's something that I was cheering when I was actually happy when I was listening to him mention all those things. I wasn't aware of it. But looking at Dortmund's performance, they've been funny. They're not consistent. They're not playing good at the minute. But Barcelona. I've seen Barcelona. They've got tendency of playing West football when they're playing teams that are not in form. You still remember when you lost to Laganes, when you lost to Las Palmas, one of the worst teams in La Liga. So that's why I'm saying Barcelona is my team, but some teams they tend to lose to. It's not even explainable how they lose it. So today I'm expecting Anti Flick to make sure. I'm not sure if Kubas is available because I remember the last time he got a red card against Benfica. So I'm not sure if he's now
I think
available.
Yeah, I think I've put the squad on the screen there.
So let me
Oh,
check
oh,
now. Yeah,
I,
Kubas is there. So it means he's back. Yeah, I think as long as Kubas is there, Kubas and Martinez, I think they've built a strong partnership. But probably that is our best defense. Martinez, Kubasi, Baude, and Jos Kunde. As long as those four guys are in there. Um, Pedri, De Jong in the midfielder. My worry is now on number 10 position. It's not been Dani Olmo ever since he came in. He's not really quite fit into the team quite well. He's been good, but he's always out on injured. So
But now he's out. Danny Olmo, I think, is out.
yes,
Yeah,
so
he's
that's
out.
the, that's the, that's I think that's the reason why we don't have a proper number 10, because there's been all of rotation all of the time. When Dan Omo is available, he plays first 11. Gavi is not yet back to the full Gavi we used to know before he went to injury. Femini as well. We've got some days where he can be a better football. Sometimes can be an average player. So I'm not even convinced who should be in front of Pedri, and I think that's
Maybe
where we've got a problem as well.
maybe they might use Fermin Lopez.
Yeah. Last game it was magnificent, to be honest. The last game against Real Betis, he was playing nice football.
Yeah,
So I'm
Real
just
Betis,
hoping
yes.
I'm just hoping they start with Fermin tonight. Because Gavi, I'm not convinced when he's playing at number 10. To be honest, I'm not even convinced.
I,
But
Okay.
I, I think the only worry that is there at Barcelona, because Barcelona, let's be honest, it has been, especially this year, they have no lose. I think that's one
Yeah,
important thing that right.
yeah.
Beginning
yes,
of this year, Barcelona have got, I think it's
yeah,
22 games
they
written,
haven't lost.
competition.
Yeah, they haven't lost in
Yes, but
2025. Yeah.
the worry maybe will be on Conte and Gavi because they are most likely to get suspension if they get another yellow. So I think that's what
Mm.
we try to be careful with them. Maybe you can play them, then take them out later, or maybe you start them. Uh, I'm not so sure, but I see the mid of Gavi, Dion, Pedro. That's what I'm predicting tonight. That three
Mm.
Yeah,
mid.
I agree. I agree. I tend to agree because I think Hansi Flick has been showing a lot of sympathy for Gavi. I don't know the reason. Maybe he's seeing something that we don't see as supporters. He's the coach who spends
Yeah.
most of the time with the players. So we have to support whatever decision he has made because he is the man in charge. He is the man who have brought us some joy to Barcelona. So we have to trust in him. Uh,
Mm. Okay, so let's also take a look at the squad for
Borussia
for
Dortmund.
Dortmund that they put out, some of the players that they are having here. You can see on the screen, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing them. I'm seeing them.
Yes.
Nicolas Jule, their defenders there. Uh,
Chukwemeka.
Chukwumeka, but he's not been playing ever since he joined them from Chelsea. He's not been there. I think maybe Jule will partner Kane, as you said that some of their centre backs are not there.
Mm.
Uh, to be honest, I'm not familiar with these guys. To be honest, I don't follow Dortmund that much.
I'm checking if Julian Brandt is there. Let me see
Yeah, Julian
Brandt.
Brand is there. I've seen him. I've seen he's there. Number
Yeah,
10.
he has also been a regular for them.
Yeah, Guiri is there. Number 9
Girassi
striker is good as well. He's
and
good.
Girassi is also there. He has also been coming in as a sub in some instances. But anyway, because if we want to talk about this squad is something else. But generally, we can still talk about the team that we are all familiar with. Now, even we can still go back to, we still
I
have
don't
to
know if
talk
I can
about.
just
Okay, go ahead.
I think as I said earlier, the only thing that the coach can do is to make a makeshift squad on this. Looking at the squad that I'm seeing on the screen,
Mm,
and I'm predicting Kurasi and Adem might come in front.
yes.
He might be 3-4-2, 3-4-1-2. So as Brandit, I think he will be sitting just behind them. So I think that's
Mm,
the only way we can try to, so that he plays the back three. As I said, probably Anthony, Khan, and Sevenson might be the back three. Then the match, obviously, he has to be there. Chukwemeka, obviously, will be Gittens. I think he may start also. So I think that will
mm,
be the next squad that he can try and put in tonight, so that you try to be on tour with Barcelona.
mm.
So
Anyway,
no, it's not
we
that.
can, Okay, go ahead. Oh, sorry. Hmm.
Yes, as I was saying, but I don't think it will be a very strong squad. That's why I'm predicting a win for
For
Barcelona, and it
Barcelona.
will be a comfortable win for Barcelona tonight.
Now let's talk about PSG and Aston Villa,
Yes.
because I think this is also a very, very interesting game, the way I see it. Aston Villa and PSG.
I think that yes, I think that one firstly maybe if we could check the history of the managers between the two, I think it's a, as I said even yesterday, they are good friends. I think they call each other
Yeah.
friends. But if you check, I think is always uh, Enrique. I think he has got 7 wins against two to Unai. So I think that's why I'm also giving it to PSG. Looking at the
Mhm.
coaches, I think Enrique has got always that edge over Unai. But also, I think Tillemans will also play a role when we look at Aston Villa. I was checking his ratings in the past 3 or so games in UEFA.
Yeah.
It is 8. So I think it's going to be also important for Aston Villa tonight. And
Because I'm checking, I can't see their squad, but I think using the one that they played against Nottingham, you can see the usual faces, Asensio, they're all in there. And I am not sure if Marcus Rashford is going to be, part of the first one. Okay, let me
I
show it.
think if he wants to be competitive, I think he might start Rashford. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Maybe he may also go with a lone striker. Maybe Watkins will be alone in front because mind you, Bale is not yet back. So I
Mm,
think Rashford will be probably might start Rogers on the other wing. So that's what I'm thinking. Then, as I said, Tillemans is going to be very, very important on that
mm.
midfield to be able to hold
I think I
PSG.
think
Because
I think from that lineup we have showed on the screen, I think Donio Malen probably is going to be the one that's going to be out, because I think he's not registered in the Champions League.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
Rashford, I think, is going to come in for Malen. Then everything else, I think, is going to be the same. I don't think there's any changes he's going to make on that team.
Yeah, so it seems like the one.
uh, on the one, this one, I think there will be many changes. Mind you, they rested most of the players over the weekend. So I don't think they will play the first 11 that played against Nottingham.
Yeah, maybe
'Cause,
McGinn, maybe John McGinn, but who do you think John McGinn will replace in that first 11?
I don't see Onana starting. I think Kamara also will come in. Dine will also come in on the left back.
Or Madsen, yeah, for Madsen, maybe. I tend to agree with that one on you, yeah.
And Cash also at the right back. He will come in there because I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah, yeah.
defense will
Yeah.
be Cash, Cooper, Torres, and Dine. That's what I'm thinking.
Mhm. Anyone who is familiar
But
with the PSG squad.
but to be honest, my honest opinion is this one is going to is just going to be an easy match for PSG. Though in football you never say never. Anything can
Wait.
happen. Anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen. PSG might get a red card early in the match, so okay, not just say it's 100% PSG win, but I think PSG they're going to win. Considering they're playing at home, they're going to win with a big margin. That's my prediction.
Mhm.
Probably, I'm gonna give them three or four goals. To be honest,
Yeah, that's having too much faith in them.
yeah, it could be more.
I, I think 2-0 in favor of PSG because both of the squads they don't have much worries when it comes to injuries. Their squad, all their squad is strong.
Yeah, but yeah, the PSG players now they are playing their finest football ever. I think they are in form of
I'm
their
telling
life.
you.
if I'm to say Dembele is in his form of his life, Desire Duo is playing football. That guy Vitinha is playing football. Fabian Ruiz, I think we all know Fabian Ruiz what he can do when it comes to big stage. I think we have seen him at the Euro. Then at the back, Nuno Mendes, Hakim. I
Yeah.
think you know these guys. Oh, you all know these guys.
Mm.
So
But
Lucas
also,
Hernandez.
I agree with you what you're talking about, especially when it comes to PSG. I looked at how they performed during the semi-finals for the French Cup, and you can see that their squad currently. I think it's something to do with with what can I say? Something to do with the confidence of the squad that might help them to push on, because for late they've been doing very well. They've already taken the League One title with 6 more games to play. Now they're going to be in the finals of the French Cup. Now they are here playing the UEFA Champions League. So I think there's a lot of positivity in their team. But again,
Yeah.
we cannot really base, like you said earlier on, that we cannot base their performance, at the level of
Yeah,
their league.
football can turn any minute. That's why I'm saying, because Unai Emery has been there. Yes,
I
I think if you
mean,
still remember, he beaten Bayern Munich in the is it quarterfinal or semi-final of the UEFA Champions League, when he was still Villarreal coach. So he's someone who can cause an upset
mm,
to anyone. So that's why I'm
I
saying
think I,
yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
maybe when it comes to midfield, I think that's why I had to highlight Tillemans for Aston Villa. I think that's
mm,
where the football is going to be played tonight. The midfield is going to play pivotal role.
A
I'm not
big
so
role,
sure.
yeah.
Looking at Enrique's squad, I'm not so sure he's going to start Wu tonight. But I think if he wants to go for stability, the person he can start with is Neves. When it comes to stability, because Neves brings that stability in the midfield. But also
mm,
there is the issue of Due. He has been in great form, and
mm.
I think
he
I
has
think I think
adds.
he's going to start that guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Karacelli. I don't know. He's gonna start on the
Oh,
left wing.
cracker, cracker, cracker.
On the left wing. Then Duo will play the right wing. The left
Mm,
the left wing. I mean, then Dembele, as he's been playing these days, has been false nine. You play Dembele will play the gun. Both
mm,
they are not using their strikers. Dembele is just being used as a makeshift striker at the minute. That's when in the midfield I think they'll go with we have said Joao Neves and Vitinha, and then at the pivot they are going to deploy Fabian Ruiz.
mm. Anyway, guys, so you know what? We have spoken enough on this platform. So now we want to go to. We're going to go. I'm going to set a new live where we're going to be on Facebook, because this one I wanted us to save it for future reference. Because Facebook is going to be deleting all our videos. So any videos that you do live are going to be deleted from Facebook. So I wanted us to do first to do on YouTube, so that we can have something that we can listen to a little later on, because
Okay.
YouTube doesn't delete. So now I'm going to stop this live, then I'm going to start it in Facebook, because a lot of people cannot come to YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. I'm going to end this one, then I'm going to start. I'm going to share the link.